Major development in the corruption case of Norfolk Treasurer Anthony Burfoot.
There won't be any trial for the foreseeable future, so the waiting game is on. Today, a judge decided to delay the trial to wait for a much bigger ruling elsewhere.
Everyone involved wants to see what happens when the United States Supreme Court takes up the case of former Governor Bob McDonnell late next month.
And 10 on your side's Andy Fox pieces everything together on this complicated case, Andy.
Tom and Anita, the issues in the McDonnell case mirror the issues in the Burfoot case. Burfoot's attorney, Andrew Sachs, called the Supreme Court decision in the McDonnell case the fountain from which all will flow in the Burfoot case. Mr. Burfoot, do you think that the facts of your case warrant it to be continued, even comparing it to Mr. McDonnell's?
No comments.
Mr. Sachs?
Yeah, we do.
Attorney Andrew Sachs argued the U.S. Supreme Court rulings in former Governor Bob McDonnell's corruption case could and will impact Anthony Burfoot's case.
I think it was a very responsible and fair decision. The government agreed. I think the government saw the wisdom of it. I think it makes sense, and I'm very pleased to see that the system works the way it does.
The McDonnell case could determine what an official must do to make accepting money and gifts corruption. Burfoot, accused of accepting over $475,000 in kickbacks and bribes in exchange for votes while he was on city council. A quid pro quo. This in exchange for that.
Well, our client denies that there was any quo. So that's the first thing. As a matter of fact, he denies that this happened. But even so, we need to know what the law is, because some of what the quo that they have alleged is quo may not be.
U.S. District Judge Henry Morgan thinks the McDonnell case will determine what the law is. That decision is going to have such an impact on this case and will impact all the motions. I grant the continuance because it doesn't make sense to move forward, even with other motions. The waste of government resources outweighs the public's interest in the trial. The delay means more time for Burfoot to live with a cloud over his head, petitions to recall him from office.
The people who are circulating these petitions owe him an apology for rushing to judgment on a man who's presumed to be innocent and hasn't been convicted of anything.
Now, here's the new timeline. April 27th, McDonnell appears before the U.S. Supreme Court. We'll be there. A high court decision could come in late June. The Burfoot case will have a status hearing probably in July and could begin the trial in the fall. Could begin in the fall. Maybe. I'm Andy Fox in the newsroom. 10 on your side.
Waiting for the wheels of justice to continue moving. Thanks, Andy. You can check out all of our previous coverage of this story right now on wavy.com.